Hello, good morning everyone. I'm Astos Kumar. Let's get started. We're going to discuss today about for loop. So how are we going to use the for loop? So for that I'm going to refer to documentation. If you remember, it's a Python doc. Always prefer the Python doc for the any new thing to explore about any new thing because that's the right place where we can. So that's a docs Python. Like Ansible, we do the docs Ansible same way docs python.org. This page anytime we already went, and keep this under your pillow. This so I'm going to open that's one my favorite one, and I'm going to see the for loop. So for loop I'm going to do quick search and control flow. Control means the we have to we have flow of some data iteration. We have to control that flow, so all the loop behavior going to come on that. Go and go for more control flow tool. Yeah, so all the loop we're going to discuss one by one the next upcoming classes, don't worry. So today we will concentrate about only the for statement, but we have other loops also like if, else, and then we have while and range, other so many break and continue statement. We will see all those things later on. Today we will concentrate on on the for statement. Okay, so this document says that the for statement in Python differ a bit from what you maybe use in Pascal. C and Pascal is another language that's different from that. Okay. Here, let me go for Python. Python's for statement iterate over the item for any sequence. Whenever you are talking about the sequence, Python iterate over a sequence. This is the great benefit. The Python give you great benefit. Who will pick up each and every element in the sequence. So by default, what are the dictionary is not in ordered, unordered element, but there is two data type like list and string are in ordered. Are you agree or not?
Yes.
Yes, they are in ordered. That's why they have indexing. Every index they have positions. We already explored our index, so we can pick up Python allow you in any sequence you have. They will sequentially, if the device are in list and string, they will sequentially pick up and they will report. Let's explore this. By doing, we will going to run the file of file of what we going to study now. For loop 80 for unique. Okay, here, yes, file. Now we have in the new file, here we will going to practice. So give me the comment. We are playing with the playing. Okay, so just I want something in sequence that I can. So there is a string. So I'm going to take a first list. So my list, anything in list I don't want to do. I will use as a list. The range, if you remember, we already discussed. I want to print any range. I want to print the 1 to 10 numbers. Just so Let's see it might look like. So I'm printing, I'm going to this the simple 0 to 10 the number printed. Here guys, I just we have
Uh,
one list as a my list. Okay, now I want to print this in sequence. I want to do this the things. So let's see for loop how we going to do for loop. This is now it says starting from the for loop. Work now. So what's the syntax? You start from for, then you have to declare your any variable. So I'm taking x as a variable. Okay, then something called in. In means in. What do you mean by in? Let me explain you this. What do you mean by Python? There is something called here, here in sorry in. Have you heard about? I want is not sorry in not in. Have you heard about these two parameter? I yes.
No,
uh,
actually.
Okay, equal to, not equal to.
Yes.
yes.
Okay, so the equivalent to this it's called is not, and there is called in not in. Let me explore you, then you later. So suppose I am declaring here 10 equal to 10 will what it will give you the result true, right?
Yes.
This I'm going to write 10 is 10. What it will give you? Syntax error. So do you mean by 10 is this? So here, let me give you string I'm giving. So one equal car s equal to also. Can you see here what happened? S1 is S2 true. Means I can say that S1 equal to 2 is true. Can you see equal to is the literal meaning is a literal meaning of equal to. But because of both are integer, there is no meaning that saying is. They have for the numeric culture we have equal to, but when it's come into the string format, they are telling more literal meaning about equal to age. Are you understand this?
Yes, yes. For
Okay.
numeric, for this, I mean, string, we use this like is
Yes,
the
string
same.
can be used
Yeah.
equal to as well as as well as literal meaning
Yeah.
of the equal to equal.
Yeah.
Same equal to, if I'm telling you not equal to, not equal to S2, equal to is a false. Okay, you can say that S1 is not S2. This is a literal meaning, false. So we have is not is equal to equivalent. So is and is not is a to literal function operator. Period. Same way we have in, not in. Let me show you. Suppose I have one list L1. I have in the list 1 5, and if I will L1, this is my list. Okay, if I'm going to ask you T in the list or not, T is contained in the list or not. So how do you do that? 3 in L1, is it true or false?
True.
Let's see this. So this give you in is a operator like is not. Same way in is you as a operator over here. The literal operator just give you boolean result. Is they are searching this element contained into the this list. Okay, suppose I'm going to say you that 11 is in that or not, to be false, because they search in this list they did not. So in and the same way not. So in, not in, age true means it's 11 not in. So these two are these two are used operator in. Okay, and this is 20 what for loop. So you got it. Means if you want to identify any element into the list or any bucket of list, so you can use the in. In is nothing whether you are searching that element, that period.
Yes.
Okay, so let's back to here. You declare for loop we are using, and x is any element we going to search in. We are using in. If you see the color is changed, because these are the operators. Same way this is the operator in what my list my. Just close means I want x supposed to be some variable which supposed to be identified here. So x is anything but in sequence they will print, and just I want to print this. So you will see they follow the sequence. Just I want to x, very easy. I declare some x, I don't know what is x is anything. So anything from this list, they are taking in sequence. We don't know, they follow automatic. Did I give any sequence here? No. Let's see it's a follow the sequence or not. I'm going to clear this. So they printed my list is this, but for loop they are taking pick up the word in the sequence and print one by one. 2 1 5. Clear. So we
Yes, sir.
are holding each and every element in sequence, the sequence which is present. Okay, period for loop. So let's what's the benefit of for loop. Instead of my list, I'm going to define one more string, my string. Then you see how benefit what I want to see you. My string equal to, let me very simple. list. I'm very simple. Later we will explore more. So my string is I want int my string x, and and I want it something else also. Apart from this, I want to what my string list more meaningful. So I keep the list mango, another from Ramayan. This is a string, and I want to print two things here. First, x will print what? X will print what, guys? X will print my element. Okay, so I'm going to use fs. So print my list element. I'm going to call the element here. Okay, what is my element? So x is my element. X is variable, and also length of the element. Length of the element. I want two things. First, you print the element, each element like mango, ram, raman, you print that, and I need the length of that element. Not a length, and I'm going to call into element. What will be my element? X will be my element. So see what control do we have on this. Now I'm going to print. So what going to be printed over here? So my expectation, you take each and every element in sequence and print that element. After printing, you also print the length of that element. Understand this code? Let's. So you can see my list. Okay. So the first line they list. Now my element is mango. They took the first, and the length is my element is ram. The length of ram is 3. My element is Ramayan. The length of the element 7. Can you see the how is working, the for loop working with the each and every element individually, and they're printing, they're working. This is the benefit of for loop. How you can bring your list and control over the element, each and every. Here.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so you want to do one more? Let me give you one more example. I want to print this in the two different line. How do I print? Just use, remember, just a new line. A new line. It will give you print line. Practice with that. You will going to get into the first exercise what I gave you. There's lots of FS. I want to do one more thing. I want to add in that. Okay, I want to the type. What type do we here? All are string, that's not a matter, but you have thousands of the key and values, the types also, the element types. How do you check? So you can check with new line the type of the element, type of the element. the type element type function, all the type with my x. X, see here, x is your key player because you break and you store the things into x here. You can take anything over here, x, y, z, whatever value, but you have to call those value here. Okay, so what we going to print? We will going to print the new line, everything. Means my list element will print, then the new line will be the length of the element and the new line type of the element. So let's, you can see here, at the first line I have one because this first thing, my list of the element, they took the element and they work on that. So for loop, you pull over content of each or the string in the sequence, follow in the. So if you see the dictionary is unordered collections, but in order to use in the networking, what we're going to do, put in the list, and we're going to control each and every element. We're going to explore this in classes. So till here, any question? Let me know. We're going to back up. Any questions? To understand for loop, we will come back to dictionary again, and we will going to use this for loop, and we're going to explore how better we have control over the key and value on each and every element under the control. We can pick up the key and value, we can play with that. Any question till here for loop?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm good.
So okay, thank you. See you in next coming class. We will going to explore the dictionary, continue to see the how we are going to play with the key listing and value list. Bye bye.